Dear candidates, Bachelor of Science, dear parents, relatives and friends, dear audience, it is my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science of Eindhoven University of Technology at today's ceremony of Bachelor of Science diplomas for the majors Software Science and Web Science. A special greeting for those who are joining from a distance through live streaming. I hope you will enjoy watching and can sense the festive atmosphere here in this Corona room. My name is Erik de Vink, and as of September 1, I'm the program director for the bachelor program in computer science. Geachte aanwezigen, het is mij dus een groot genoegen om u in mijn hoedanigheid als opleidingsdirecteur van de onderhavige opleiding namens de faculteit Wiskunde en Informatica welkom te heten. De opleiding Technische Informatica, waar de majors Software Science en Web Science onder vallen, is al enkele jaren in het Engels en dat is de reden waarom de bijeenkomst verder in de voertaal Engels zal worden gehouden. Today we will issue Bachelor of Science diplomas in computer science in two flavors, Software Science and Web Science. And before actually bestowing the diplomas, I will first provide you with a short overview of our department. Subsequently, a short speech will be given by Ilona Hoenderop, the chairperson of GEWIS, the latter being the Study Association for Mathematics and Computer Science. Okay. The Department of Mathematics and Computer Science is responsible for the educational programs it offers and for the respective facilities for its students and teachers. The university was founded in 1956, and the first program from our department started already a year afterwards, namely the engineering program in applied mathematics. At that time, we did not have separate bachelor and master programs. The computer science and engineering program started in 1981, and we recently started in a joint effort with Tilburg University, the Bachelor in Data Science, which attracts already many students. Next to these programs, we offer several master's and postmaster programs. As you can see from this plot, we have been confronted with a large increase in students in computer science and the engineering program. We grew from 120 in 2013 to 340 in 2017, almost tripling the number of freshmen. From the slide, you can also see that from 2017 on, we only have one brand of bachelor education left within computer science. In fact, we have combined the best of two worlds, namely of software science and web science, and we have now one integrated major, computer science and engineering. Since the financial budget we receive from the government seriously lags behind, we are forced to introduce numerous fixes, a cap on the inflow as of this academic year, resulting in an inflow of 198 students. Though society and industry is in desperate need of well-educated computer science engineer, in order to maintain our teaching quality, and to secure our contribution to valorization and research, this measure had to be taken, unfortunately. I sincerely hope that funding and staff will become up to par and that measures can be abolished in the years to come. In our education, we adhere to the educational mission of TUE to educate the engineers of the future. Thus far, more than 5,000 engineers graduated in our department. One of the reasons for our success is that this department is well known for its excellence and committed teachers. However, students often wonder why staff are not always available to them. The reason, of course, is that besides teaching, staff is also involved in research and valorization. In general, teachers have a 50-50 balance of research and teaching tasks. The combination of research and teaching is especially visible in the master courses, where many teachers lecture about topics directly inspired by their ongoing research. The research teams of the department are geared toward tomorrow's problems. This enables us to educate the engineer of the future, which is the main ambition of this university. Our graduates find employment in all kinds of businesses and government. Of course, it helps that we are right in the center of Brainport, the high-tech area of the Netherlands. This university is famous for its joint research activities ventured with industry. As this pays off, we used to say that we do not just award degrees, but also provide careers. This concludes the introduction, and I now introduce the next speaker. Our next speaker, Ilona Hoenderhop, chairperson of Gewis. Ilona.
Dear ladies, gentlemen, students, family, and other attendees, 54 years ago, on the 10th of October in 1964, the Olympic Summer Games started in Tokyo. It was a great start for the Olympic Games, and we won a total of 10 medals and connected with other participants from other countries. Now, 54 years later, you receive your bachelor degree in web science or software science, which is also a great start. This is a start for your master program or your career. What you might already have done or want to do in the future is also to connect with other countries and, for example, get an internship there or graduate or get your career outside the Netherlands. I am Ilona Hoenderhop. I'm the chairman of Gewis, the Study Association for Computer Science and Mathematics students. And we organize activities that are study-related, but also fun-related. And for the candidates, it's an honor to receive a bachelor degree at the Technical University of Eindhoven. The degree reflects on years of hard work and is reserved for only a very small percentage of the population. Something not only you can be proud of, but also your friends and family. And also me, as the chairman of Gewis. After this, I want to pay some special attention to two active members of Gewis. And therefore I will switch to Dutch for a moment. So, Ken Ginsan, als ik het goed uitspreek. Jij was onderdeel van het 36e bestuur van Wervingsdagen. En je betrad toch wel een van de mooiste functies, namelijk voorzitter. Je hebt je een jaar lang hard ingezet voor Wervingsdagen en dus ook voor Gewis en voor alle andere studieverenigingen. Door carrière-gerelateerde activiteiten neer te zetten. En wij zijn je daar heel erg dankbaar voor. Hartelijk dank hiervoor. Dan Daan. Jij loopt nog steeds altijd bij Gewis rond. En jij hebt bij heel veel verschillende commissies gezeten en daarmee je bijdrage geleverd. Je bent actief geweest bij de jaarboekcommissie. Je hebt 2 jaar lang geholpen met de Batavierenrace organiseren. Bij de activiteitencommissie heb je gezeten. En je hebt ook nog het solarteam gedaan in Eindhoven. En hierbij maak jij een gezinsauto die energiezuinig is. Heel erg knap. En daarnaast heb je nu ook je bachelor gehaald. En gefeliciteerd daarmee. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing left for me to say is congratulate all the people sitting here in front of me and that you can have a great day with your family and friends. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ilona, for your contribution. We now proceed with the presentation of the bachelor certificates. Such a certificate is associated with the degree of Bachelor of Science. It demonstrates that the graduate meets the learning outcomes of the Bachelor of Science program and hence is competent for proceeding into a Master of Science program. As we will learn today, the most of our graduates indeed take a master program as the next step in their career. The presentation will be continued by my esteemed colleague Marloes van Lierop, who was program director until recently, and the certificates will be handed out by the academic advisor, Dr. Roel Blom.
Well then, as the former program director of the Computer Science and Engineering program, it is my honor and a pleasure to address you today's graduates. This is the first session of 3 since we have in total 96 graduates. Dear graduates, I owe you an apology. In fact, I owe you 2. It was my decision to deprive you from the momentum moment. That occurred 2 weeks ago. The reason not to participate in that momentum event was twofold. First, I was not sure whether all the administration stuff, like certificates and grading lists, would be ready in time for such a large number of graduates. And secondly, I was afraid that the personal touch, however small, of this event would not be possible anymore when the graduation ceremony would be combined with momentum. So my successor, Erik, you will have a hard job in finding out how to do this logistically next year. However, the good news, I make up for that missing momentum moment because you will receive the bright momentum socks together with your certificate. And the second apology, of course, that I owe you, but also the audience, is about the bother regarding the session time and the number of guests that were allowed. Noon is not the most favorable time to celebrate, but here you are. Thank you. And by adding this extra session, the number of allowed guests could increase from 2 until 4. So everyone is happy, almost everyone. As said before, the bachelor certificates that are handed out today demonstrate that the graduate is competent for proceeding in a master and is also well prepared for entering the labor market for a career in the ICT domain. And the last thing, more and more students prefer to do, directly enter the labor market, as we will see today. Since we have so many graduates per session, I can only say a few words about each individual student. But I have prepared some statistics about the characteristics of the group of all 96 graduates. For instance, what major did they take? Well, it will be no surprise that software science dominates. You have seen the inflow numbers. 74 software science certificates will be handed out, 14 web science. 4 students receive a certificate with a combination of software science and web science, and 4 people even receive 2 certificates because they combine software science with the applied mathematics program. This last combination, software science with applied mathematics, requires 25% extra effort compared to a single program, and that is quite a challenge. Another way of challenging oneself is to take an honors program for 1 or 2 years, where one participates in an advanced project, and that also requires for each honors year 25% extra effort. Therefore, I am very proud that 18% of today's graduates have participated in an honors program. And yet another way to excel is to strive for the judicium cum laude, for your bachelor program, demonstrating that you have an average grade of 8 and a final bachelor project grade of at least 8. And today we even have 18 cum laude graduates. And please note, there are students that managed to combine some of these challenges. As said before, we started with an English program in 2011. And from then, the number of international students steadily increased. Nowadays, the number of international students that entered the program is between 20 and 25% and stabilized. And this is well reflected in the graduates of today. 21% are internationals, representing 13 different nationalities, of which Romania, India, and Bulgaria are the main providers. And how do all these graduates proceed? What is their next step? Until only a few years ago, nearly all bachelor graduates proceeded in a master here at the TUE. But this is rapidly changing. Nowadays, about two-thirds, that is 66% of the group of today, continues with the master here at TUE. So from 95%, it dropped already to 66. 8% proceeds with a master abroad, all in Europe this time. And moreover, the number of students that does not proceed in a master is also rapidly increasing. For today's group, it is already 16%. At least 16%, because we do not know from all our graduates what their next step is. And what kind of master programs do the graduates that remain here at the TUE, 63, choose? 16% proceed in the special master track information security technology that is offered jointly with Radboud University in Nijmegen. This program is becoming quite popular, fortunately, I dare say, regarding the news of last week's attack by Russian hackers. The domain data science is also rapidly attracting students. The special master track data science and engineering is rapidly increasing. 19% chooses that track. And 10% proceeds in the data science and entrepreneurship master, a joint master with Tilburg University, offered at an attractive location in Den Bosch. 4 students proceed in the embedded systems master, 1 in industrial and applied mathematics, 1 in human technology interaction, and 1 in biomedical engineering. 44%, that is 28 students, however, proceed in our regular computer science and engineering master, where the stream software science is by far the most popular. The other streams, by the way, are system science and web science. One of the elements that really contributes to the successful careers of our graduates is the software engineering project. It is the final bachelor project carried out in a group of about 10 students with a very strict time schedule. In only 10, at most 11 weeks, the group has to deliver a prototype of a software product for a real customer, including all the required documents. The graduates of today have worked on very interesting projects for a large variety of customers. I will elaborate on some of these projects. Well then, we have the following protocol for the graduates. When I call forward the group, because I call you forward group-wise, please enter the floor from that side and be standing here next to me. In the same order as the pictures on the slides. I will, and afterwards I will say a few words to each of you, and afterwards you move on to Roel, who will hand out the certificates, and the socks, of course. But please move in the same order, otherwise you will probably receive the wrong certificate. And when you leave the floor again, I will call forward the next group. Let's get started, finally. I call forward the graduates of the glow sticks team. Are you already in the front row? Please, Janet, you most left, because you will receive your certificate from right to left, yeah, as the first one. Okay, thank you. For the audience, it is always a challenge to match the pictures at age 18 with the people on the floor here. You should have changed your picture. Well, the customer of your project, so it's more friendly. The customer of your project was Philip Ross from the Intelligent Lighting Institute. The result of that project can be seen at night because it is related with the old chimney here at the campus. Maybe you've seen it already. The chimney has been covered with more than 10,000 LEDs. If you wait until dark, you can see beautiful moving patterns on this landmark. Your team developed an easy-to-use platform for specifying and simulating the illumination schemes of the old chimney. And on top of that, you facilitated real-time changes in the patterns. Some quotes of the customer. The first user acceptance test was a disaster. The second one, however, was excellent. They delivered a good system that has the functionality we asked for. And that's what we are supposed to do. Good. Janice, you received a software science certificate, and I'm glad you also continue in our CSE master. But I don't know what stream. Is that also software science? Software science, okay. So you stick to your first choice. Good for you. And I'm sure you will be also successful in this master. Matthijs, you received the web science certificate. And currently you are in our own data science and engineering. No? No? You changed your mind?
I'm now in Amsterdam at the UvA.
At the UvA in Amsterdam. My statistics are wrong already. Sorry. The UvA in Amsterdam. What is it, the artificial intelligence?
No,
Business administration. Interesting choice. Okay, good luck for you. Bram, software science certificate. You started your career in electrical engineering bachelor program and then switched to software science, to our luck. So I expected you would choose for the embedded systems master, but you didn't. It is the system science stream in the CSE master. Okay, at least that is correct. And you started there already half a year ago. Yeah. Congratulations to all three of you. You can move to room. Okay. Good for you. You can leave the floor now. And I call forward the next group. The next two groups, Delta and Django unblockchanged. At the first version of the slides, it said Django unchanged. How would that be possible? Who is missing? Bart van Rooyen is missing. Oh, that's a pity. From the Delta project. Yeah. Roel, Bart is missing. Okay.
Can I get the socks?
Well, Roel, can he be trusted? Can you? Okay, then. Delta and Django unblockchanged. Jorok, you were a member of the Delta project. Your customer was a postdoc at our department. You had to make an extension to a tool in order to detect anomalous patterns. I had to practice that word 4 times. Anomalous patterns in business processes. She was very pleased with the result. I quote, "They were motivated and well organized, and they put a lot of efforts in designing and developing the tool. The final interface is usable and fits my request." Great. Well then, Jorik, you also stick to your first choice of software science. You continue in that stream. Good for you. Well, Bart isn't here, so I can skip that one. And then Django unblockchain team. I suppose, by the way, that Bart is in Madrid because he is continuing in the EIT master. Yeah, where he will spend a year at the University of Madrid and a year here in Eindhoven. Okay, Bogdan and Petar. Is that correctly pronounced? More or less. Okay. In the Django Unblockchain project, your customer was Unipartner, well known. together with Zorgdoc company. You worked on a distributed cryptocurrency banking application, quite a hot topic, based on events that allow for invalidating past transfers in case of processing errors. You faced some real complex problems that had to be solved, and you succeeded in that. The customers were very satisfied. Their priorities were taken well into account, and they appreciated the meetings to be very well organized and hence productive. The name of your team is intriguing, of course, and for some explanation, the term blockchain refers to a data structure that is heavily used in cryptocurrency systems. And Django is the name of a Python web framework that was used for developing their product. And the rest you can fill in yourself. Bogdan, you decided to find yourself a job as software engineer? Not really? No?
No, I'm doing the master's at
Artificial intelligence. Okay, good for you. Another adaptation of my statistics. Thank you, by the way, for being a tutor in the first occurrence of the basic course Data Analytics for Engineers. Petter, I also have to thank you for being a mentor for a group of first-year students and also for being a student assistant in one of our programming courses. You do proceed in a computer science master, but not here. Is that correct? Yeah. In Copenhagen? No, you changed your mind. Yeah. At the VU, here in Amsterdam too. Oh, you both moved to Amsterdam. I hope you have found a room already here. Okay, well, great that you are here at this ceremony. And congratulations to all three of you. Roel? Okay. I call forward the next group. Groups, I should say. Kick it and mind your data. Teams. They are here, all five. Good. Well, yeah, let's do it in the order as is. Hui first. Yeah, okay. First the Kick It team, Huyu and Kian, and then the Mind Your Data team. All three of you, Bram and Tom and Koen. Yeah. Okay. The Kick It team. The customer of this project is a small company called Connected Football. It provides a platform for services and mobile apps for amateur football clubs. The Kick It team had to make a chat application that offers one-to-one communication channels, group channels, and broadcast channels. It can be used by coaches, players, and coordinators, for instance, for discussing a training program between coaches or announcing a rescheduling issue to a specific team. The customer was satisfied with the timely and correct communication about the status of the project, also on the clear information on the problems and solutions, and was impressed by the thorough specification of the user requirements. So, good for you. Hui, do I pronounce that correctly? Okay. And Kian, you both proceed in the data science engineering track in our CEZ master. Is that correct? Yeah? Thank God. So you might work as team members again in the coming 2 years in assignments of the master programs. I'm sure you will be successful students there as well. And Kian, I think you are the only one who was present at the Momentum event. Yeah, but not as a graduate, but in a dancing demonstration of Footloose. Yeah, great. Okay, did you receive socks there? Oh, we won't talk about it, forget it. You will receive them anyway, now as a graduate. Then Bram, Ton and Koen of the Mind Your Data team. Your project was for EIT Digital that offers many joint master programs that include modules from all over Europe and from Coursera-like platforms that offer online courses. As such, EIT Digital has to combine data, like grades and information on courses, from various learning environments, like, for instance, Canvas or Blackboard, or Coursera. Technically, it was a quite challenging assignment, but you managed to come up with a product, Mooktopus, that is now actually being used. And since you all took the web science major, I suppose the interface of Mooktopus is excellent. Bram and Koen, you two proceed in the master in Den Bosch. No? You've changed your mind already? Okay, but you are still enrolled for that master. Not anymore. You were last week, because I checked. Okay, and where are you working?
At Study Portal as a data engineer.
As a data engineer at Study Portal. Okay. I'm sure that will be a success. It will be a great interface, web interface. Well then, but you are in Den Bosch, or no? Oh, you are. Oh, sorry. Okay, you are. Okay. So you might, it is the master program, Data Science and Entrepreneurship. So you might end up commercializing Mooktopus in the near future. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck, anyway, and have much fun, of course. Tom, we do not know what you are. You are also working as a software developer, increasing that 16% number I gave you, because we didn't know what your choice was. So, okay. And at what company?
Experience in Utrecht.
In Utrecht, okay, well, great. You had to take leave, both of you, for being here, so thank you for doing that. Great that you joined us. And good luck in your master and in your future career. I call forward the next group of the RSS project. 4 members, and they are all here. Great. 3 of them receive a software science certificate and 1 a web science certificate. Lars, in the right order, Jeffrey, and then Twan and Wayan. Yeah, okay, good. The customer, do I have a picture of the whole group? Yes, I do. Here you see the whole group of this project. The customer of this project was a PhD student of the Built Environment Department doing research for the Intelligent Lighting Institute. She investigates how light intensity in working environments affects alertness of people. The team had to develop a system that would help the researcher in conducting experiments and help to analyze the results. Some quotes of the customer. The product they created is understandable, functioning well, and incorporates all requirements from the URD, the User Requirements documents. The mobile application and the website are now ready to be used. The app is built as a basic guidance system to guide office workers to their most optimal workplace. The students did also incorporate possibilities for me that I can change several aspects of the app without programming knowledge. Quite remarkable. This makes the app really useful. End of quote. And the supervisor was especially pleased with the way you worked as a team. The process was excellent, and the acceptance test successful in its very first attempt. Congratulations. Lars and Jeffrey, let's skip back. Oh, sorry. Back. Lars and Jeffrey, you both receive a software science certificate, and you both proceed in the special master track information security technology. Yeah, that is correct, which I applaud, as you have heard from my introduction. Both government and companies need excellent, educated security experts, and the IST program that is offered here provides an excellent education in that domain. Jeffrey, I have to thank you for being a student assistant, especially because you helped us in some hardware-related courses, and they are not that popular among students.
Never a student assistant.
You were not. Then I was misinformed. Well, you could have been. Sorry. Okay. Twan, you have taken the only one from these four, the web science major. And Professor Paul de Bra must have inspired you with his view and lectures on user interfaces, because you decided to proceed in the human technology interaction master. Yes, that is correct. Well, you are well prepared for that, so it will definitely be a success. Then Vayan. Well, you proceed in the CSE master? Yeah, but we do not know in what stream you are.
Web science.
Web science, okay. So you started in software science and you continue in web science. Good, then you will have at least a combination of two. Good luck to all of you and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, you can take your seats again. Well, then the remaining candidates have all studied software science and are all from different SEP projects. Since they are the only representatives of their SEP team, I will not elaborate on the final projects anymore, because that would take too much time. I call forward the first three ones. Michael, Nout, and Maarten. And you are all here. Good. Well, I'm glad you all proceed in the TOE master. Is that correct? Yeah, at least that is correct. Michael, you proceed in the special master track data science and engineering. Yes. Yeah. Nout, you stick to software science. Yeah, the stream you chose in the master program. And Maarten, you go to Den Bosch. You are already studying there. A nice campus, isn't it? Yeah. Quite different from our campus here, because it is situated in an old convent of Den Bosch, Marienburg. Maybe you have heard of it. Well, congratulations to all of three of you, and good luck with your master program. And Roel will hand out. Okay. Take your seat, please. And now the last five candidates. And they are all here. Okay. Rens, José, Daan, Christian, and Genghis Khan. Yeah, right. Well, Rens, to start with you, you proceed in the data science and engineering track, so you will spend another 2 years here at the campus. Good luck for you. José, you decided to start your professional career, right? Yeah. You have found a job, I assume, already. Can you tell us?
Software developed by Gypsoft.
At Gyps?
Gypsoft.
Gypsoft. I do not know the company, but you can Google it, of course. And then, okay, good for you. I'm glad that you were allowed to take part in this ceremony today. You had to take leave, of course. Daan, you received 2 certificates. Yeah, I was already wondering. Yeah, Daan. You received 2 certificates of software science and applied mathematics. And Roel, I propose that he receives 2 pairs of socks. Because
already on momentum, right?
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. So that's why he can have now 2. Like Rens, you decided to continue in a computer science master, but and also in the track data science in engineering. Okay. But I assume there will be several mathematical courses in the elective part of the program, won't it? Yeah, good. Christian, yeah? You proceed also in the CSE master, but I do not know in the systems stream. Thank God, someone chooses the systems stream. Okay, the group will be thankful for it. Thank you for being a student assistant. Yeah, have you been a student assistant?
I don't think so.
In the human technology interaction course, long time ago.
Might be.
Might be. Otherwise, I'm misinformed. Cengiz Han, well, you are well known around the campus because you have been active not only in studying and in the study association, as we heard, but also in very many other ways, exploiting the opportunities to develop your skills. We will hear more about that in a minute. I want to thank you for being a mentor for our first-year students, being a member of the student PR team, of course, for many years. You even made it to the cover of one of our flyers. That's why the inflow increased that much, of course. Yeah. And I'm glad you stay with us in the Master CSE. But I don't know what stream. Web science. Okay, so you also switch from software science to web science. Yeah, okay. Well, to all of you, good luck and my congratulations. Roel? Okay, you can take your seat. This concludes this part of the ceremony.
I can also add that José Kuiper was winner of the 2ID90 International Draughts Competition Cup. It's a competition that is held among student teams. They are supposed to play checkers against machines of another. And that year she won with a colleague student very convincingly. Okay, something different. It becomes a tradition that one of the graduates will give a short presentation at this ceremony. And the student speaker of today is Cengiz Han, please.
I prepared some slides, yeah. All right, so I did some calculations, and apparently it has been exactly 1,862 days since I attended my first lecture at this university. 1,862 days. That is more than 44,000 hours later, and that day was September 2nd, 2013. So now we are 44,000 hours later here, and many of those I spent on useless games and useless apps and partying, but I stand here, we stand here, against all the odds, especially the ones that Roel Blow scared us with during the first week. We made it, and I think that deserves a huge applause. So for those who don't know me, my name is Cengiz Han. We went/go to the same university. And Marloes asked me to give a short talk about my student life, and as a professional langstudeerder, aka long-term student, I have a thing or two to share about all of those distractions in my student life. So, it all starts with DUO, which is the Dutch Ministry of Education. We also call them Ome Duo, which is Uncle Duo, because they arrange the student financing, which I'm very grateful for, by the way. And they also arrange the student travel product. The student travel product enables students to travel for free across the Netherlands. So yeah, that results into a lot of train selfies. I have traveled back and forth each day from my hometown in Tilburg to Eindhoven. But I also used this travel product to visit friends in other cities, visit companies all over the Netherlands, and I even went sightseeing with internationals and showed them around here in our country. on our days off. For example, Mondays became Travel Mondays. Special thanks for NS for all the delays. I even attended classes at Utrecht University, which our exam committee kindly allowed me to do. Not only did I attend classes that I could not attend here, I also got a taste of student life in a different city. And I ended up visiting the sister association of Gewis, Sticky, a little bit more than I even visited Gewis themselves. And I still visit them every now and then, and I have friends over there, and I actually went and saw them last week. So I felt so welcomed by the active students in Utrecht that I wanted to be active over here as well. And around this time, I was working on my software engineering project. That's a project Marloes told you about. It's a group project where all the skills that we learned during our studies come together, and there's also a little bit of a focus on career development over there. And this intrigued me a lot, and I decided to not follow subjects for a year and dedicate my year to a board year at Wervingsdagen. So this is my board. And what we do what we did at Wervingsdagen is we organize the largest career events of our university in an interdisciplinary group. So the persons you see over there are not all from the same faculty. That's because Wervingsdagen is a committee of multiple study associations of our university. So the first event we organized are the skill sessions. And they help students with their personal and professional development. Next up, we organized the Career Expo, where students could visit companies at their stand. And our final event was the interviewing days, where students had the opportunity to have a personal talk with companies in a very fancy location, the Pullman Hotel here in Eindhoven. We work together with different parties at the university to make career development more and more central. And one of my favorite moments at Wervingsdagen was the fact that we got Jamie Heineman of Mythbusters fame to visit our university. And that happened by simply sending him an email. Can be that easy. But what makes me extraordinarily proud is that our career event attracted over 5,000 students. We all hopefully inspired them to work on their career and find the best place for them. At the end, I learned more and more about my university and its students. And my board members are not just my ex-colleagues nowadays, but also my close friends. We still see each other regularly, and actually I'm going to see them tonight. It's still as if it was just yesterday that I first stepped foot into our faculty building, the labyrinth known as Metaforum. And in a way, this building, excuse the pun, feels like a cheesy metaphor. The word is in its name after all, for student life specifically. I used to get lost in this building all the time, and just when I thought I knew where I was going, I found myself lost again. Every time I thought I had seen it all in my student life, one way or another, it took me by surprise again and again and left me curious to discover. And every time I found myself forging meaningful connections with kind, new people. One of the rooms that I found was, and I could not do this talk without mentioning it, is the common room. This room acts as a living room for students and on the TUE campus. I visit this room every single day that I'm at the university. A place where I can study, relax, even cook, eat together, or even take a quick nap. And studying is hard, it happens every now and then. This room allowed me to meet people from all over the world. I'm not exaggerating if I say that the regulars in this room are like family to me. Let's see. Today I shared my story at this university, and I only talked about the tip of the iceberg. Studium Generale, Stukkenfest Eindhoven, Cursor, and more all played an important life in my a role in my student life and for my personal development. I saw the bunker close, I saw Oase disappear, and I even saw a minimal logo change occur out of the blue. and I heard countless of mispronounced names, especially mine, and I saw even more countless puns with TUE. I'm looking at you, moment TUE. And I also want to use this moment to give a very special thanks to my family, and a very, very special thanks to my mom, because without her stubbornness, I wouldn't even be standing here, so thank you. Just like me, everyone lived out their own unique story during the last few years. We all left our mark at this university one way or another. I want to congratulate everyone again. We all hold the degree of Bachelor of Science now. I hope curiosity leads everyone here to surprising places as well. Maybe you'll find yourself in front of a never-before-seen door, just as a metaphor. Stay curious and stay kind. And you might find yourself leaving people with who you cross paths with a little bit more happiness. And whatever your next step may be, I wish every single one of you the very, very, very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Cengiz-Han, for your contribution. Dear candidates, dear bachelors, my sincere congratulations to all of you. I would say hold on to your socks. Your certificate folder should also have contained a voucher, which can be exchanged in the university student shop for the one and only TUE hoodie. However, because of some technical circumstances, you can only pick the voucher up by Thursday at the student administration during the opening hours. Sorry for this. But I hope you will like this present of the department and you will wear it with pride. Before I can come to closing this ceremony, I still have an important duty to inform you, dear candidates, about the Code of Scientific Conduct as laid down by our Executive Board. So, the scientific degree of Bachelor involves duties as well as rights. As a holder of this degree, you are committed to standards of scientific integrity, trustworthiness, intellectual honesty, openness, and independence. These standards are described in more detail in the Netherlands Code of Conduct for Scientific Practice and in the Eindhoven Code derived from it. You also have duties towards society. You must be clear about the boundaries of your own expertise, and you must communicate honestly and independently about the results of your work, including potential risks associated with it. You are committed to the ethical codes for research and design involving human subjects or animals. End of quote. After I have closed this meeting, which will be soon, we follow different directions. You graduates, you move on to there for the picture by the photographer. The rest of the audience is invited to the reception space upstairs. Okay, I thank you all for being present, and I now close this ceremony. Thank you.